Hello and welcome to the Fatbikeshow, sponsored by our friends at the Fat Bike Club. My name's Richard, I'm from the Dicking About YouTube channel, and I'm going to be your ever so slightly annoying and highly incompetent host. So coming up in this episode, I take my fat bike to see whether I can keep up on a trail ride with other mountain bike YouTubers. I show you how to plug a puncture on a tubeless mountain bike tyre, especially if you've just caused the puncture by stabbing a screwdriver into it. We have a first look at a portable jump ramp called a Yumpy. I'm going to try and put it together and then see if it can help me get air on the fat bike. So enjoy the show. You'll see it's broken up into chapters if you scroll along the bottom, so you can jump to a section you want, or if me blathering on just gets really boring, you can skip to the next section. Let's get going. Isn't it weird? When the alarm goes off and you're getting up for work, you really can't be bothered to get out of bed. Super early Saturday morning, jump out of bed because I'm going riding today with two other YouTubers and mountain bikers, a channel called Uphill Phil and 40 something riders. So really looking forward to meeting these guys, having a ride. I think it's Phil's local trail, so we're going to go and check them out. Sadly, you're going back to bed, Gwenny. I'll let you know how I get on. Right, everybody, look, I met Phil and Jan. Everyone's doing their intro video, so I guess I must do one. Look, I'm over there. Okay, let's have a look at the competition. Look at this. Look at this. What a bit of kit that is. It's not as good as you, sweetheart, don't worry. Look at that. Yeah, there we go. So this so-called new mate of mine, Phil, brings me out. First thing, this bloody great hill in front of us. I didn't realise that. Slippy chalk.
Well, fancy seeing you here.
You're not my friend anymore. That was a horrible climb. Okay guys, while we're here, and I'm pretending to do this extra segment just so I can catch my breath and the boys don't suss me. So today, what have I brought? I have brought the Ican SN04, which is a direct from the factory bike. It is a carbon full suspension fat bike. Got 120 mil of travel, 1 to 11, 10 to 42 chainring. And this is the bike I'm hoping can convince these guys that a fat bike can handle a trail ride in the South Downs. Oh, this is nice. Flowy. Chasing Phil through the woods. Yeah! I love following you, Jan. Oh, mate, fantastic. Oh, it's so much fun. I love riding with Jan. I'm going to do an arty shot because Phil's doing an arty shot and I feel like I should do an arty shot as well. So look, this is my arty shot in the trees. Wait for it. I'm going to do a spinny thing. So this is Phil having a go on the fat bike. I think what would be weird is you get used to that for like a minute and then you get back to your silly little skinny wheeled thing.
Skinny wheels, I know.
First impressions?
Awesome. You never know you're on a fat bike.
Go and have a little. Oh mate, if you go around the corner. Oh yeah, because of course it's different, isn't it? Yeah. Phil can't clip in, but he's just giving the fat bike a try. Have I converted Phil? Probably not, but it's fun to have a bit of a play. Try other bikes. It's part of what we enjoy about cycling. Trying out the latest things or something just a bit different. If nothing else, it may reaffirm that the bike you're on is exactly the right bike for you.
Yeah.
So, Phil's now taking us up the north face of the Eiger. Hey everyone, look, Phil can do like the track standing thing. Mind out, yeah. Look, that's like actual skill. I can't do that.
I'm doing the best to show off, mate.
But apparently his bottom's very stoked.
I'm gripping my feet with my bottom.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeehaw!
the fat bike for the win.
Awesome. Oh, that was good, that was good.
I love when I pretend to be brave.
Awesome.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, down we go, boys.
What do you want to do?
This is called X-Fold.
It's called what? Death Valley? Widowmaker? Don't know what I'm doing. Why am I following Phil? Phil obviously doesn't know what he's doing. He's obviously making this up as he goes along. I don't know how deep any of these are. Oh. Yeah. Come on, fatty. Come on, fatty. Hold your own. We've got him in our sights, fatty. Go on in. Is there nothing in our way? You just keep going, basically. Yeah, it's fun.
So I think I'm pretty happy with how the fat bike has performed today. You know, I've met two exceptionally nice guys. Most of what we've been doing is cross country, but we've done a couple of pretty quick, pretty decent downhill sections. And I think what I've proved and I wanted to prove is that the fat bike's held up just as well as pretty much any other bike would do on this trail ride. And Phil's off. Right, come on fat bike, let's chase him down, come on. I'm not entirely convinced that 35 miles an hour on this trail is a really good idea, but hey, you only live once.
Well done, baby. Use a good bike. Use a good bike. You did it all, didn't you?
Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to plug a mountain bike tyre today. I've just got one of these kits and I'm going to see whether it works or not.
Why the hell are we doing this in the rain?
Look, it's a good question. Everybody who does these videos, these how-to videos, they're in like a climate controlled man cave and it's always, everything's laid out perfectly.
Probably a reason for that.
Yeah, okay, but you never get a puncture. You only ever get a puncture when you're freezing cold. Like I've just finished a ride. I'm really quite cold, I'm really quite wet, it's pissing down, it's October, it's England. This is when you're on your own in the middle of the woods is when you get a puncture. Not when you're in that. So I'm gonna try and recreate this as often as I can. So I'm gonna try and make it realistic and I'm gonna try and add an element of danger to it.
So apart from hypothermia, where's the danger?
The danger is that this isn't my tyre. This is my mate Marco's tyre.
Is that Marco's?
Yeah. So he, I got it off him because he had a bent rotor, so I had a spare rotor, so I fit the rotor to him. So he doesn't know I'm doing this, but I figured that if I'm going to experiment with this, I could add an element of danger by, well, if it doesn't work on here, yeah, I'm.
He's gonna pop you.
Do you reckon this is going to work?
Well, I hope so. Either way, I'm going to be entertained.
So I just stab it in. Marco, if you're watching this. Okay, so this is so far. I tell you what, actually, mate. I tell you what will be very funny. Let me. My friend Marco lives just down the road. Let's see if I can give him a quick. Hey buddy, how are you? Good, yes. I've done that rotor for you. Oh, my pleasure, mate. No, I was spare anyway, so so it's ready whenever you want to come pick it up. Oh, okay. Okay, 5 minutes, yeah, mate, all good, I'll see you then. Okay, bud. Yeah, cheers, bye. Okay, that may have introduced an element of time pressure to it now because it's his tyre, and based on that, I've got 5 minutes. He's just driving from his house.
Hope you've practiced.
No, this is the first time I've got this tool. So, I guess I shouldn't. God, my hands are freezing. I guess I shouldn't pull that out until I'm ready to fix it, I guess. I got to say, I love this Osprey pack. Very cool, the fact it's got this detachable. Right, so this kit I've just added is this Pro Bike Tool. And the Pro Bike Tool has these things that you use, they're like rubber strips, to use that fork, if it focuses on there, to, I watched the video, plunge these into the tyres. So I don't know whether I need the big ones or the small ones. I guess I'm going to have to wait until, but the very cool thing, one of the reasons I got this, I think they're much the same, is you then turn the lid and because you can screw that in there, sorry, my hands are freezing. Because you can screw that in there, rather than it being quite weedy, that actually now is quite a solid unit. That's the idea. So, can you keep an eye on the time, mate? He'll be on his way. So I guess I pull this out. I assume he is tubeless. Okay. So that's a pretty decent. I think it's one of these ones. Oh, I should have put that in. So I think you put that in.
You just made it worse.
Yeah, no, but I think you've got to make a decent hole. I think you've got to make a decent hole. So now I'm going to peel. God, it's like the worst chewing gum. And to be fair, this is kind of why I wanted to do it in the rain, because this is what it'll be like if you're in the woods on your own. So this is actually, that's not coming off too badly. So this is, I mean, it's I'm trying to think what it's comparable to. I mean, it's obviously, you know, sort of rubber. It's flexible, but it's pretty hard. So right, let's have a look at this. So that's a pretty sizable hole. He's gonna kill me. Okay, so that I think goes in there. I then plunge that. Oh. Into the hole, and then is that it? I think that's it. It did say you have the tags sticking out. Do you know what? I've not lost a lot of air there. You have the tags sticking out. So what I do now, I believe, is sorry, my hands are freezing. Another very cool thing to have in there. Well, yeah, I think that's it. I'm now going to slice off the excess. And that is plugged. I think that is it. So we've lost a bit there. So what I'm going to do, you remember it's there. Let's put a bit of air into it. How long's it been?
7:16 we're up to.
Look, he's getting a free rotor out of it, so he should be relatively happy. Top tip, if you're using one of these CO2 canisters, and they are brilliant, always make sure you've got some sort of case or a rubber grip around it. That becomes freezing cold as soon as that's activated. So that's it, mate. That's job done. There's a little bit of burbling, but that has sealed, holding the pressure. There we go. So real life test done out in the freezing cold. Do you know what? That's a nice bit of kit. And I think it goes to show that if you are out and you get a relatively decent one, I've got to say, the other ones that came with it are really quite thick. So you could have a pretty size, I remember that's going to double up when you push it in. You could have a 10mm hole, I think, and still get away with putting one of those in. So I'm pretty impressed with that. And the great thing is, because I did it within the 5 minutes, my friend Marco doesn't need to know about it. And if he doesn't know about it, he probably won't punch me. Righty-ho, today we are talking all things Yumpy. If you don't know what a Yumpy is, nor did I, but it's a portable bike ramp. Very excited, just turned up this morning, so I'm going to have a quick look at it, show you how to put it together, hopefully. I've watched their instructional YouTube video on how to put it together. Seems pretty easy, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to put it out in the garden, just have a couple of practice jumps, and see what it's like. It's designed to be portable. You know, it's pretty substantial, but it's not overly heavy. It came with this really nice sort of lightly padded strap, so you could put it on your back and then cycle out to a venue in order to set it up. So why did I go for this one? It came in just under £100, which is a lot of money. But all the other ones I've been looking at were £300, £400, £500, and I think it just puts it out of the reach of what I imagine kids would want for Christmas, to buy one of these or have one of these. So this was just about on the £100 mark. I thought, do you know what, I'll get it. So I'm probably going to speed up the footage, so so you don't have to watch me muck about with it, because it's the first time I'm putting it together. So let's build it and see what it's like. Okay, bit of mucking about with that piece, but this is it. That was literally, that was that easy. You know, the feet are quite a nifty image, so they slot on there, and you can just adjust the height if you want, just by, you know, a few inches. But the feet are like that, so that if they're on rough ground, it can compensate for that. Pretty neat. Do you know what? That's pretty sturdy. It's not heavy. Oh, looks pretty cool. Let's go and try it out. Hey guys, look, I know it may sound a bit silly, but I've just got in the habit of, even like a practice jump in the back garden, always wear a helmet. It just takes a second of your time. It's really not that big a deal. You know, and why the heck not? You can just as easily trip over or the wheel skid out in front of you when you're not trying to do anything clever. So just wear one of these. Okay, so what have we learned? Do you know what? The Yumpy is a lot of fun. I've just been mucking about for 5 minutes here in the driveway. It's really good. It's really good. With any jump, it's quite weird. It's not, you know, there's not a lot to it, but when you're riding up to it, if you're not terribly confident on jumps like I am, or like I'm not, it looks a bit intimidating, but very solid. Yeah, that's really good fun. I'm actually out of breath, but because I've been going up and down so many times. But yeah, good product. Really like that. One of the things I love about fat bikes is there's a sense of the ridiculous about them, and they always provoke comment, and it's always very positive. And some people just take the wonderful absurdity of the flat bike and make it even more absurd. And I found these photos of some wonderful machines that really show how creative you can be with a fat bike. Let's have a quick look. everybody, thanks so much for watching. This is very much a work in progress, so any suggestions, let me have them. I'd love to feature some more of you guys around the world, so if you want to be included in the show, why not send me just a 5-second video clip of you with your fat bike saying hello, tell us who you are and where you're from, and I'll include it in the next episode. In next week's show, I take the Yumpy portable jump ramp out into the woods to have a jumping competition. I take the fat bike to a Welsh trail centre to see if it can handle a red graded trail. I put an oval chainring on my fat bike. Is it worth the hype? If there's anything you'd like to have included in the show, with the exception of Richard, please stop making these and shut up, just drop me a note, say hello@dickingabout.com. See you next time.